Why, thank you, sir. Oh, shit, I think he's frozen.
Let it go. Let it go.
Oh, you don't even want to get... I know the whole soundtrack. I got 2 girls, 8 and 5.
No, I was hopping internets in the middle of all that shenanigans and chicanery.
I used like, speaking of Frozen, and like, you wouldn't think Webb would know Frozen, but 3 girls. So okay, yeah,
you would think Webb know Frozen.
Exactly. But like, I used to love freaking out people. Like, they pull my headphones off to see what I'm listening to, you know, and they're thinking like Iron Maiden, Slipknot, or something like that, and I'm listening to like Adele.
Show tunes.
Yeah, you know.
I used to do that at IDPA when we shot up at Sturgis. I'd roll in my truck, windows down, bumping fucking Hank the Third, and then I'd get out the truck and they're like,
"Yeah,
Hank the Third, Hank the Third."
Don't judge me.
I've actually rode 4-wheelers with him.
Yeah, but go ahead, do your thing.
Welcome, everyone. Another Tuesday night. Thank you, the American, for queuing up the show. Not struggling. I'm just messing around with this 3D program I'm trying to do. I've been trying to print this thing. A little sidetrack, whatever. It's Scram, Jett. It's another Tuesday night. Thank you all for joining. I think we got 2 in here right now. What the hell's going on?
It's Tuesday.
And whatever. We're here for everybody else too. And
we'll get more in.
Yeah, and ourselves. Another episode of Scram, Jett. Another Tuesday night. We're a different kind of show, focusing on hobbies, entrepreneurship, and things that keep you focused and on mission after your military service. We like a BS about a lot of our, day-to-day stuff, just to try to relate with other veterans and bring a sense of normalcy to the crazy thoughts in your head. I see some looking concern over there and the other pain. What's going over there?
No, I'm just trying to pull up some stuff on Facebook, but I can't because my internet's shite.
Gotcha. Well, we'll start off with happy 246th birthday to our brothers and sisters in the United States Marine Corps. All you Crowniers.
Didn't they just have a birthday? They have like a fucking birthday
last
every
year,
month.
bro. It's like too much, man. They don't need one every year.
Goodness.
Skip a year.
A
year.
Happy Crayola Day.
Happy Crayola Day.
That's a good one.
They definitely celebrate this day for sure. Seriously, happy birthday to the Marine Corps. You are a crazy, absolutely insane arm of our military, even though you didn't go to D-Day or anything. They didn't go to D-Day, did they? Make sure I got my facts straight. They weren't at D-Day, were they? No.
The Marines?
Yeah.
Pretty sure they were.
Yeah. They were at D-Day.
No, I'm not trying to insult anyone.
Like you were saying, Felix, though, like the Marines are a cult. The Air Force is a corporation. I can't remember what the Navy and the Army.
Go ahead.
The Navy is a gay club, and so speaking of that, this guy on, how everything's getting woke and they're changing the names of stuff and whatnot.
Yeah.
This guy pulls up a video of the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and he goes, "This is too much." He goes, "Now Siberia is trans."
Oh my God,
that's hilarious.
So I did look it up.
Oh yeah, Mark. Yeah, proper. There's no problem too big that a small application of high explosives, well placed, will not solve. I don't care what it is.
That's our show tag.
That was the engineer motto in the Army.
That's our show tag today. I literally go to a site called Witty Military Sayings, and I travel between a couple of them, and I try to pick some out, and we've used them. I'll probably start recycling them because not everybody's seen them, but yeah, no, absolutely. I love those little small, stupid things, but
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and like we used to throw that out in the Army, like somebody be in the middle of a freaking PowerPoint and stuff, and somebody'd ask a question, and we'd throw that out as an answer, just like dumbfound everybody in the crowd. They're like,
Yeah.
So I did look it up. Oh. There were a handful of Marines D-Day did not lead the assault. They were, I think somebody said here, yes, they were mostly in the Pacific Theater, Guadalcanal, all those things. So
They were island hopping over there. Yeah.
Yeah, I was not trying to make fun of the Marines. I'm just saying you were probably spread a little thin at the time. So, like I said, happy Marine Corps birthday, 246 birthdays, especially to Tommy Indifferent and Baby Jesus, aka Kyle Killinger, some of our cohorts Jesus. on this Veterans Anonymous network. Speaking of which, we probably need to go ahead and roll through that slide before we forget, because he's my brother. Absolutely. We're about to roll into that. You're watching us on twitch.tv/VetsAnon, on YouTube @/Veterans Anonymous, and Facebook /Veterans Anonymous 22. 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on Tuesdays. You are watching us right now. Scram Jett, Mosley Air Force, a little bit of Black Boot Army mixed in. Like I said, this show focuses a little bit more on hobbies and entrepreneurship and things that keep a sense of normalcy out. You're done with your service, you know what I mean? Try to guide you and expose you to different things that may help you in your journey, either transitioning or if you've been out a couple years. So here we are. We're here. So 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on Wednesdays, you have the Crossroads with the hostess with the mostest, Combat Cricket. That is usually one of our on-ramps onto the network. So they play a lot of games, a lot of trivia, stuff like that. If you ever want to try to get on the network, think you got content for a show or anything like that, that is our on-ramp. Bring your persona, bring your gimmicks, gags, whatever you have. It's got to have some staying
plugs,
power,
whatever you want to bring.
Yeah, whatever. Definitely check them peoples out. 7 p.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow, Wednesday, the Crossroads. And rounding our week for now, our resident Marines. Happy birthday again, Full Metal Crayon Eaters. It's Tommy Indifferent and Baby Jesus, aka Kyle Killinger. Speaking of Kyle Killinger, let me drop this banner down real quick. Please go check out our brother and colleague, Kyle Killinger, as he runs 3,000 miles across America to raise awareness of veteran suicide. He is nearing the end of his journey. Lots of cool shots lately of different landmarks and stuff like that. All of this is because he's my brother on Facebook. Dude is insane. Awesome endurance, awesome perseverance. He did 300 miles in 2019, had to skip 2020 because of COVID and other factors. And this year he did 3,000 miles coast to coast. Dude's a beast. He's awesome. He's amazing. Please go check that out. Also, this is all either self-funded or crowdfunded. So his Venmo is right down there as well at becausehe'smybrother.com or at becausehe'smybrother at Venmo. Please help him out any way you can. Any proceeds that go above and beyond what he needs will definitely be donated back to a charity of his choice. More than likely Save 22 or along those lines. Don't worry, your money is safe in his hands. He just needs some gas and some water, bro. That's all he needs. And a couple tuna fish packets. All good.
That just reminded me of what was that movie with Steve Martin where he's like, I don't need anybody. I just need this. And he keeps just grabbing stuff as he's leaving.
Was that the jerk?
The jerk, yeah.
The jerk?
Yeah. May I use the restroom, please? Yes, of course.
Oh, the part that I will go to my grave remembering this scene where he's like, he's after the cans. He hates the can.
Yeah. When the snipers.
Oh my God.
And he's like going back and forth. Yeah. He's a jerk.
Roll in the comments real quick. Mr. Michael Boyles. Sorry you're not feeling it today, brother. I feel you got a little sinus.
Love you, Michael. Probably because he was watching me on Instagram, like chop up vegetables all messed up.
More than likely. Oh, Mr. David Sy, putting a little sympathy on Michael. Yeah. Thanks, David.
I meant to finish that off and I hit the send button too quick. hope it feels better, but
I hope it feels.
I hope it feels. I was like,
hope
okay.
It feels better. Make sure you rub it with your thumb.
Yeah.
And my old dad, trusty dad, hope he's getting over the little bit of vertigo he had. Bummer, fellow vets. Yes, sir. Sorry, Dad. I think I left Birmingham before the Gobblegator. Well, after the Gobblegator ended. Gobbler Gooder was an enduro race down near my hometown. I was in Birmingham this weekend, but started looking at pictures and I was kind of over before I even left Birmingham. So I've been to enough of them. It's okay. See, went detecting Sunday at the Treasure Coast. See how the storm. Not enough erosion on the beach for the good stuff. It's called a shovel, bro.
I was watching The Curse of Oak Island, which should be called The Never Ending Story. Exactly. But they had, what's his name? The guy that goes, oh, look, it's a Bobby Dazzler. It's a top pocket find. You know, I can't remember his name, but Mike says he's went metal detecting with that guy. And it's just like, it cracks me up every time.
It's a Bobby Dazzler.
Yeah. You know,
Mr. Bill Gammon. G'day. G'day, sir. G'day.
So what's been going on with you, Dave, this week?
not a lot. Should we do the intros? Like,
we're just rolling through a few comments real quick. We'll get the intros. 780 riders at this enduro.
that's a
good
group.
Speaking of which, your beard comb, use it every day.
Yep.
Yes,
That
sir.
thing's nice.
Michael did his first TikTok live doing his Italian bread with Reaper.
Yeah.
He pulled it out.
Nice. Bill Gammon, how you do, wombats? I actually saw some wombats at the fair not too long ago. It's actually kind of funny.
Bill, I'm waiting for my guy
The jerk.
for DHL to call me and give me my number. And as soon as I get my number, I'll have international shipping, I hope.
Oh, yeah.
Where it won't cost like an arm and 3 pennies.
Oh, yeah. Oh, 10 feet of erosion to get down to the good stuff for detecting.
Oh, dude, just take a fire hose and just blast the beach. It's fine. It's going to roll away anyway.
Miss Compact Cricket herself, Jade Lopez, host of the Crossroads tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Hello.
Hi, Jade.
Hello, lady.
Hello. 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 With my cultural appropriate hands.
Hello. Oh, that was really weird. I thought that was actually your hand for a second. And then,
See?
Yeah. Wow. So weird.
Hello.
All I know is your hands are way softer now. You're not an aircraft mechanic anymore, so.
Oh, dude, no, bro. I got time. I just they are.
You might have some nice knife calluses every now and then, but
no, I use lanolin.
Lanolin.
Actually, my hands never got rough because I made sure I would rub them with sandpaper to keep them clean and keep them smooth. Because my biggest thing was the dude's like, "Oh, my hands are nice and rough," and I'm like, "Do you really like girls? Do you really want to be touched by fucking sandpaper hands?"
Right.
Like just
Depends,
because
bro. Some of them like that lumberjack, you know.
I can still be the lumberjack with nice, soft, massaging hands.
I don't know.
Put it like this: my record shows it's proven.
Back rubs turn into fun times very often.
Back rubs are exfoliation because of the calluses.
And I get out of town, and you're never gonna find me now. I knock her up, and I get out of town, and you're never gonna find me now.
Oh yeah. That's a Korea chant, wasn't
it?
We had a cat in the army when we went to Kuwait. The black don't crack. This cat would go to bed. He would like soak his hands in Vaseline and then put socks over his hands.
I didn't do the Vaseline thing, but
he was a fueler. So he's handling JP8 all day and driving and stuff. So that just tricking. You can see your hands will bleed because they dry out so bad.
Well,
there he is. Speak of the devil
himself. My first base was Minot, and before the EPA found out, we had a vat of MEK. And we would do all our shit, and we go to corrosion, and in that vat, we sit there with Scotch-Brite and scrub sealant off our hands.
Oh, yeah.
And then, of course, then your hands are, like, cracked and whatnot. So, you got to take care. My grandpa taught me that a long time ago. Not only as the girl thing, but you take care of your hands, they take care of you. And a part of my job I did on a certain aircraft, when you have really good sensitivity on your fingers, you can feel gaps and imperfections.
I used to
in the surface.
Yeah.
So we would sit there with a 1-inch phenolic block with sandpaper on it and sand down our fingertips a little bit. because when you're sitting there gliding over paint, you can feel where it's not totally smooth, and you would sand that down.
Well, like you were talking about having sensitive fingertips, being a mechanic in the Army, there's a lot of times you can't see where your arm's up and under and in.
Yep.
And you're like, okay, that's the bolt hole I need. Okay, foop, foop, foop. You know, there it goes.
Yeah. Kyle, where are you at right now? We probably kind of look it up on Facebook,
but yeah, we used to like do cleanups, you know, up to, you know, being a heavy junk, I used to get grease and hydraulic fuel everywhere.
On Facebook there, John.
Yeah, John. But we used to use kerosene to, you know, clean up. Naphtha, you know, paint thinner.
Naphtha. Yeah.
Pneumatic naphtha.
You know,
last check-in for Kyle was from the Annapolis Rocks on the Appalachian Trail.
And
7 hours ago.
He just said he's in Clarksburg, Maryland. Holy crap, he's in Maryland. He's real close.
He's in Maryland. Make sure you got your bulletproof vest. Booyaka.
It's not Baltimore yet.
It's close enough.
Start serpentining now, Kyle. You might be able to evade through.
Well, he's a Marine, so he's probably like just smiling and skipping while they're shooting.
Yeah.
Like, yay, yay, yay. But no,
in Maryland, it's probably like farm country right now.
I still I've recently been hearing this. It's been going around TikTok. It's a 911 call, and it shows the first one I saw was a guy at a shooting range, and he's a competition shooter with his RMR, and he's like da 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 da, and it's like 911. He goes, I hear shots. He goes, what did it sound like? And she goes, and the next one was a guy out in Afghanistan shooting a saw, you know, and 911, like, what's the emergency? I hear shots. In the same thing.
So yeah, there he is, Clarksburg, Maryland.
Nice.
Right,
yep, right farm country.
Area.
What's going on?
Rolling in.
There we go.
I still love that video. DC. That's one of my most viewed videos on my TikTok is where I do it and Kyle with 4 non-blondes. That was hilarious.
Would those be brunettes then?
That's the whole name of the band. But yeah, no, we get it. We get it.
Yeah.
It could be a couple different ones. You want to see some cool stuff? You ever seen don't tell me it's not gonna.
You ever grown mushrooms in the dark?
It's a graveyard. This is the ghost graveyard, the ghost ship graveyard. See all these forms? They're all ships.
Yep. One there.
Mallows Bay. Look that up. Sorry, I just saw one of my landmarks in there. But yeah, this is where call is. Sorry for distracting. Clarksburg, Maryland. So, all right, stop screen. I said, hi, damn it! Now you got that.
I know, right? Freaking earwig.
Don't trust me. We won't get a copyright infringement. We might get a letter in the mail. Cease and desist.
Yeah.
They'll pay us not to sing their song.
I wake up and
could you please stop?
Oh yeah, start.
They did have a guy do that, and he goes, "I wake up in the morning and I step outside." He's holding his cup of coffee, and he's like, starts doing like rock and roll. He's like, "What the fuck?" And he starts making it and shit, his coffee around. I was like, that is freaking hilarious.
Yes, I will not quit my day job. Yeah, I suck at singing. You're right.
I don't
quit the day job. Technically, we all count as like 3 non-blondes.
For yourself.
Oh, yeah. We're good. We're good. Golden. Yeah, I'm forgetting, Michael. Mallows Bay, it's like the Ghost Fleet or something like that. I don't know. I read it one day, one of my Google Maps. I'm like, ooh, that's cool. So, whatever it is. But apparently there's a bunch of stuff built, a bunch of different places, and actually a lot of them. There was another thing in Mobile Bay about the same thing. They moored them like way up in the Mobile Bay, and then they blew them all up because they didn't need them. So
it makes sense.
Yeah, government waste back in the day, man. It was way more.
Dude, if you want to talk about government waste, read the book "War's a Racket." Back in World War I, they built boats that didn't float, and the government still paid for them.
Yeah.
But
well, we didn't have the internet or pictures or anything like, well, we had pictures, but you'd have to mail them, and it would be like 4 weeks. So, yeah, but the check would clear it too. So just run off,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, pretty much. Infrastructure, like he goes, we bought 2 million boots, and we only had like 400,000 people.
Yep, exactly. So it's funny that you say that because my
Good luck, Kyle.
wife's grandfather actually had a hand in maintaining some of those boats out up in the upper Mobile Bay for a long time until they scuttle all of them in like the 70s or something like that. It's weird. Going to find Bigfoot? You are Bigfoot, bro.
No one Kyle's luck, because he'll find the female Bigfoot, and you know what Marines, they're
Oh, God.
Are you saying he's gonna have an illegitimate Bigfoot child in Clarksburg, Maryland?
And that's how they're gonna find Bigfoot when Bigfoot comes for child support.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow. She's gonna show up at Kyle's door, be like holding little big feet, and hey, you owe me money.
Yeah. Well, what is it? He's been on the road a while,
He's been on the road a minute. I ain't seen.
I ain't gonna blame nobody about it.
It is No Shave November. I mean, so I've heard that like guys, that's amateur hour for us. We always have beards, but for a lot of guys, they don't shave. But a lot of women don't shave their legs. Some guys are into that, So Bigfoot, hairy legs.
Anyway,
wow. Well then, that took a turn.
Oh yeah, Mike. I remember that meme. Or the joke was like, if you put a Marine in a room with only a bowling ball and you come back in like 20 minutes, they're either gonna steal the bowling ball, break it, or knock it up.
Okay. Yeah, that. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
It's all good. Let's stop picking on the Marine Corps. We gotta let our
No. It's either their birthday or it is their birthday. Is it 10th or 11th? Because 11th Veterans Day. Is it of course birthday? November 10th is tomorrow.
Yep,
so we're just having I knew I looked it up for a reason. It's definitely just a happy early birthday, man, because we won't be on tomorrow.
I saw one of the best Marine memes today on Facebook. It was like, don't forget, it's the Marine Eve. Set out a plate of whiskey and cigars so Chesty Puller doesn't get mad, or something like that,
Whiskey and crayons, you mean?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Well, actually, the crayon thing is newer because I was at a show last year, or maybe the beginning of this year. It all kind of blurs. And there was an older Marine, and at my shows, I have that one box full of crayons. And I see this guy with a Marine Corps hat, and he goes, what's up with the crayons? I'm like, they're from Marines. He goes, I don't get it. I'm like,
yeah, exactly.
When were you in the Corps? Like, he was in the Corps in like the 50s or some shit like that. And, the jarhead, leatherneck. He was a leatherneck Marine.
Yeah. Way old school, yeah.
Way school, so he didn't actually understand, which is fine, but I tried to explain it to him and he still didn't get it. I was just like, exactly. Never mind. It's all good. Dang, much respect. Cool guy, though.
I mean, he's just like,
I'm just glad it didn't break my neck.
You be all right.
I don't get it.
I actually got to go to a Marine birthday ball, which it still cracks me up. It's like, we have parties, they have balls. Okay. But
do they?
Did you hear what you just said?
Do they really? Do they really?
Well, we're told. They tell everybody they do.
I mean,
Marine Corps, they have balls. Exactly. That's why they have balls.
But I actually got to go to one, and oh my God, I will give it to them. They do know how to party.
Do they ball out?
Oh, yeah.
They ball out.
Do they ball out? I'm sorry, I had to.
They ball till they fall.
Oh, that is right, Cricket. Yeah. The show tomorrow won't have Marine. We might have to invite one on.
Well,
Find a token Marine.
You know. If he's not like running from Bigfoot child support. Yeah.
Gets on the air. All of a sudden, Miss Bigfoot pops in the chat. We gotta talk.
There we go. Sir, we have a problem. Just saying.
So, do we though? No, not really. But
we do
our
what
week
we
has
want.
been very interesting. Look, busy. Pretty much from Friday to Saturday, I went up to Sacred Mountain, and we had like a summit for people that have been through the program and for mentors and the board trying to, shore up the mentor program, the process of getting people to come to Sacred Mountain, trying to hit the hurdles of how we can get more outreach and get more people to go through the program. Just like putting our heads together, like I said, trying to make it a better experience. Like it's an amazing experience, but it's only 3 years old, so it's still in its infancy.
Yeah.
And what they're doing matters and is amazing. So that was a pretty good Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Actually, no, it was Saturday, Sunday. My bad. And came back with a lot of work to get done, a lot of phone calls to make, talking about raising funds and whatnot. We have a little friendly competition going on, some of us in the mountain, and I will share screen real quick.
Do it up.
Share screen. Did I do that right? I did do it right.
How do you use the restroom real quick? 1 second.
You're right. There we go. Bam. So you can go to Sacred Mountain website, Sacred Mountain MT Mountain Retreat.org. Got your 6. And when you see this little screen with the fellow with his head down talking about, about 20% of veterans commit suicide every day. More than 60% of first responders have attempted suicide at a rate of 10% higher than the nation's population. And it shows you can donate $6, $10, $15 or a custom amount monthly or one time. And down here, you see my lovely face. And we just started it. I just got on here, but it's me, Greg Maynard, who was a guy in my class during Sacred Mountain, Ryan Couch, who was in a couple classes ahead of me, and Kim. Also, she was in a couple classes ahead of me, but you can click on either one of those. You can see that, right, Dave?
Yeah. Yep. You're 5 by 5.
Click on that. You can actually, it says, my little statement here. It says, straight to the point. Sacred Mountain was there for me when others failed. I truly believe if I didn't find this epic place with amazing family, I would not be alive today. I want to give back to those who gave me back everything. And that's me and 3 of the people that went through my class. This young man next to me is active duty Air Force. Young lady is a correctional officer in California. And this guy is a retired fighter pilot that was in the Air Force. And you can click on my deal and give to it. I am not joking around. I put straight up 10 grand. I want to raise. A couple of them put like $1,000, $2,500. I'm like, I can get that shit up in a couple weeks.
Well, and that's only 4 people.
Yeah, and to think about it, it costs $2,500 to send someone through the program fully. That's airfare, food, lodging, and blah blah blah. So this is like four and a half people or 4 1/4 or whatever you want to put it. But also it goes to
four people in cricket.
Yeah, 4 people in the cricket. So like I said, I have this pinned to my Facebook. I think I actually dropped it in Veterans Anonymous.
Cool.
I didn't pin it to there, but you can find it on here if you want to donate. Like I said, you don't have to donate a lot. You can donate $1. But it's time to not be bashful when people tell you, thank you for your service and all this other stuff. It's time to put your money where your mouth is, because there's a lot of programs out there that talk about helping the community. But like I put it, veterans are not the worst off. You know, we go deployed, we come back with our demons, but cops, they deploy at home every day. They don't get to fly back 2,000, 6,000 miles back to America and, you know, go to the VA and, you know what I mean, and get counseling. They have to do that shit every day. I know cops here just in Rapid City that don't go anywhere but work and home, because when they leave as a civilian without their shit on, they run into felons and have to do their jobs no matter what. You know, firefighters, they have to see people, you know, in the worst situations in life. EMTs, same thing. So that's why I like it, because it's not only about veterans, it's about those guys. And then they also bring in the Gold Star portion of this with the families of those that fallen for veterans, cops, firefighters, and EMTs. So they do help a myriad of people. And it's one of those things, like, people tell you, thank you for your service. Okay, cool. You know, what are we doing about it? We have awareness, and we want to put that component of awareness into this and get it out there and get it around more people so they know about it. Because I think year to date, because they have their schedule for 2022 set, but they only have like 30 some odd applicants. That's not enough applicants, you know, to go through the program to hold it, you know. So that's what we're working on, and that's what this whole fundraising thing's about. So we have a lot of big things planned. It's really cool, and it's not, like I said, it's only 3 years old, but out of the 12 classes that has happened in the last 3 years, we've lost no one so far in out of these classes, because they don't just let you go through and let you go. They follow up. I have an app on my phone with my class, and we still chat. And, you know, we put things in place. Like when I was there this time, I hopefully started a sponsor program. So people that have already been through, when, like, so say if UWeb decide to go through, they'll assign you a sponsor to contact you, talk to you, you know, see how you're doing, you know, just kind of get you prepped and ready to go. And it helps people, because like me, I him-hawed, and like once a week, I'm like, I'm not going, I'm going. You know, I told them if I had someone like a sponsor, they'd be like, hey man, how you doing? Plus it helps Sacred Mountain gauge if that person's really going to go, because they lose a lot of money when they buy you a plane ticket and you don't go. Now you just gave someone a free plane ticket. Now, mind you, they still have to come to South Dakota, but if people have backed out, that credit, you know, and that's just because it's new and they're still setting their stuff up. They don't have a corporate fly account, and they're working on stuff like that. So if there's anyone out there that knows how to get cheap tickets or how to set up corporate fly accounts, hit me up on my Facebook, Instagram, call me, message me. No, seriously, because they are working. You know, there's so many
flights, whatever.
There's so many aspects that are going on that everyone can't hit, that we're looking, you know, that's why we were doing this summit. You know, we brought together about 30 people, the board and people that have gone through, to try to whittle this down. And the biggest thing that we said is reach out to everyone you know, because there's someone that you know that knows someone that knows someone. Like one of the board members, he knows a company that builds, and Webb, you probably know who this company is. They build Eclipse aircraft. They're like little, it's like Eclipse aircraft. They build really nice private airplanes. But anyway, it's called Veterans. I'm not doing this. Someone else is taking care of this part, but it's like the Veterans Airlift. Yeah. And so they have a message board. And if you get on there and you're like, hey, I need a veteran to fly from point A to point B, you have a bunch of people that own private planes and goes, oh, I'm going there, or I'll go pick him up. Oh, and the cool thing is, if say I leave South Dakota and go to Texas and I need to come home, and someone's like, oh, we don't have anyone, that company will send one of their planes to pick you up and bring you home.
Oh, that's cool.
This is more of a charter jet type service, Eclipse.
And that's a charter jet. So we're working, like I said, a lot of aspects. You know, if we can get the charter jets, then, and that's primarily for veterans, they can save a lot of money, because then they can just pay for cops, first responders, and EMTs and fire, you know, and stuff like that, and Gold Star families to fly, and that'll still save them a chunk of money. So like I said, there's a bunch of stuff out there.
And the charter services as well, they can use this. You know, they like to donate their time.
Well, and it's a good
fuel is
PR.
expensive.
It's a good PR thing for a company to do too.
They don't.
I
care
hate
about
saying
that.
it. Well,
They could do that, but I mean that's one part of it, Dave. I can tell you this much. But you put it this way, that's a tax write-off, and that's fine for them.
Jade. So, ER nurses and doctors, that's not a bad lane. It's not saying that they don't have a reason or a cause to have it, but when you talk about firefighters, law enforcement, and military, that's kind of like conscripted service. Like you go to school to be a nurse, you go to school to be a doctor, and you're actually paid pretty well to do that job. You know, you don't really make a lot of money, and it's not a monetary thing, but it's a whole different lane when you're military, cop, firefighter, EMT.
Well, usually ERs, they see the leftover, the not the leftovers, but they see it. It's not like a cop or a fireman or an EMT
out in the field
that sees the gunshot victim on the ground. They see after they've been transported. So it's similar, but it's similar but different.
Well, no, and what I'm saying is it's similar but different. But what I'm saying the difference is like it's partly a monetary thing, but it's also like EMTs, firefighters, and cops. That's a social. Yeah, they're paid. Their funds come from social services.
It's also first responders.
Yeah, first responders. And doctors' pay that does not come from social services.
It can be subsidized in certain city hospitals and stuff.
Flight nurses too, though, because they're still a flight nurse and they get commensurate pay for what they do. As a matter of fact, I know a couple flight nurses that fly light flight here.
Fight nurses, bro. Fight nurses. You heard it first, right? The right way.
Fight nurses. No, she said it right. Flight nurses. They get commensurate pay for what they do.
I think that's fight nurses. That's a category on Pornhub.
Thanks for that, Dave. We never knew that until now.
Anyway, thanks for keeping us adjacent to the gutter.
In the
never
know.
Too far away.
In the know.
Adjacent to the gutter. But no, and that's the reason is because if people talk about socialism, those jobs are paid for with tax money, and nurses and doctors' job, they're not paid for by tax money.
Now, like I said, I think the overwhelming aspect of that is first responders.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? First on the scene, whether it be EMTs, paramedics, firefighters, or police officers, the first to deal with the scene, they're the most subject to adverse psychological reactions to the situations.
Like I just watched the video on that Travis Scott concert. If you heard about it, 10 people died. One of the EMTs, he let himself be known because he did it on his own TikTok. He did not talk about any other EMT. He just called them EMT 1, EMT 2, EMT 3. Mm-hmm. He said in the trauma tent they had 2 trauma surgeons, 1 SWAT trauma surgeon, SWAT trauma doctor, another SWAT like EMT, like the medic. Yeah, SWAT medic. And then their assortment caveat of EMTs. I think he said total probably 15 to 20 medical professionals for a crowd of 50,000 people. And the way he was having to get through the crowd, like he went to one call and he gets there. He goes, okay, I need to go grab something. And on the way back, he runs into another EMT doing, one-on-one CPR. And he goes, I got to go to my next call. He goes back. Dude, before he even got back to get more gear, he ran into 4 people down. 8 people died.
Yeah.
2 people are in the hospital. They'll probably be vegetables. And people were, the news, unfortunately, like blamed Travis Scott. and then if you the videos finally start coming, well, the
I don't know
videos
if
start
it's unfortunately, but
well, no, they did because the videos started coming out and it showed that he actually stopped the concert and started pointing people out to security.
But there's been multiple. So, having been security for multiple shows, multiple places, stuff like that, I can attest that there are some artists that don't give a crap.
Yep.
Most artists that I've ever run across or seen or anything like that they do care about the well-being of their audience, obviously, because they love their fans. You know what I mean? There have been some other accounts, not particularly this show. There actually was some from this show, but other shows that Travis Scott has put up there. And, you know, in these days, all of us are kind of out of the music scene. We don't go to concerts.
Oh yeah, I don't go to concerts and stuff.
Like
so, but I'm talking about what I've seen. I'm talking about the actual this occasion, not any other occasion.
I got you.
The video of them saying he didn't care, and he's up on this stage pointing people out. That's all I'm talking about.
But
you know, he literally stopped the concert and pointed out to security, told people to leave the people alone, and directed traffic for security. That's all I'm saying.
Timeline wise, where was that? That's the whole thing. But also, there's been multiple accounts as well of this guy over multiple. He's actually been sued a few times because for negligence in his crowd security before, with telling them basically F the police, F the security, jump the stage if you want to, blah blah blah. Yeah, look it up.
He's an artist.
You're right, but there's a certain point where you do become negligent. I'm not saying he is at this point one way or another.
No, I know that, but it's just like 2 Live Crew with fuck the police, you know, like and stuff like that. Well, it's just one of those. It's one of those things.
It's one thing to have it out with an album, and there's another thing to incite it in your crowd to rush the stage and crush people. So I don't know what happened, but just what I'm
just saying how the media slighted it, and then when the videos from the people and actually other security folks that some of the security had body cams, I guess, because that's how it looked.
Yeah, I've seen him as well. Yeah, he did stop,
and it was like, he stopped and he was directing traffic and whatnot. Yeah. So I'm never gonna go back to someone's past when they did something. I'm just talking about right here, right now. Well, you know, I'm not a fan of him. I don't really give a shit about his music. I think
he's okay. He's all right.
I think it's that's what I'm saying. But I don't listen to his music.
Me either.
You know. It's just one of those things.
They will. Imagine this. I never heard of him until this incident happened.
Yeah.
I started seeing him probably this year more. I didn't know about him like last year. Like this year, I heard about him because he was doing something with like motorcycles or racing or something. He was like he's friends.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he's friends with like some racer guy. So I heard about him and I'm thinking, oh, this dude must be into like motocross or like drifting or like some kind of what is it?
Let's see. I don't know. I think I've seen something about it. I'm not exactly,
but
sure.
And I didn't even know he was an artist. Then I heard some of his music, and I'm like, well, okay, that's not my cup of tea. But you know, I'm an old dude. I like, you know, which is funny to say it. I like Snoop and Dre and
right,
Easy
my boy right there.
I like the classics.
Up in the, you know, the game.
Can we listen to classics like "Bitches Ain't Shit But Hoes and Tricks"?
Oh man,
I'm waiting for those, bro. I'm waiting for those commercials.
3-6 Mafia, ass and titties.
The commercials. The Time Life classics like "Bitches Ain't Shit But Hoes and Tricks." Blowjob Betty.
Oh, now, all right, we're getting to our rating now.
That just cracks me up thinking that Snoop Dogg is technically, because like anything 20 years or older is a classical. And so Snoop is classic rock, classic rap, oldies music.
No, he is now regulated
Snoop Dogg's
to
favorite hit.
If I ever go
R&B and hip hop, he's no longer rap.
When you guys go into the stores, listen to the music that they're playing. And sometimes
I would buy that Time Life series.
Right?
Oh, that's Javier. It's my buddy over here in Pensacola. What's up, brother? It's true. We all would. And if you watch Vice,
Dr. Dre's
like
classic drinking gin and juice.
Yeah.
Oh, so much drama in the LBC.
And
then-
Kind of hard being
Rolling
Snoop
down the
D-O,
street,
Double
smoking,
G,
yeah. Sipping on gin and juice.
Oh, there was
With
that.
my mind on my money and my money on my mind. And
Yeah,
it's,
so-
you got to have the most vanilla person, though, be the person on.
Well, so I'm obviously not going to play it, but obviously Snoop Dogg authored that song. But then there was a kind of a hillbilly group, bluegrass band that redid it.
Yes,
They
they
called
did
the Gorge,
amazing.
and that was it. They did
That was
Stepping on Gin and Juice,
amazing.
and that's what I was singing. And it's actually a jam. You know what I mean? And Snoop Dogg actually, I think, put out a video like dancing to it, like, "Oh, these boys got licks!" Like,
Dude, that one was amazing. I like that. I like that group. Sipping on gin and juice because they had the like
lay back,
bluegrass,
my
yeah,
mind,
some
my
bluegrass
money,
band,
my
isn't
mind, rolling down the street, smoking indoors, sipping on gin and juice, laid back with my mind, my money, my money, my mind. And they had a little breakdown,
Yep.
like banjo breakdown, bro, and like Snoop Dogg loved it. It was amazing. Oh, so all I got to say is if anything comes to court over this Travis Scott thing, is that his past incidences with him inciting crowds to rush security and gates and stuff like that, because there's been multiple instances of that. Unfortunately, that will be brought to bear. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, his past will come back to haunt.
You got to think about crowd safety. You have a responsibility. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. You don't tell your crowd to F the security and roll up here and all this stuff. I mean, if he did, I don't know.
This is the name of the band. I'll put them in chat.
The Gourds.
The Gourds.
Oh, I know. I told you the name of the band.
I'm just putting it in chat.
Yeah, Gourds. Gin and Juice, man. It's a good one. It's a good jam.
It is. Just
It's
listening
funny.
to it, it's hilarious.
Yeah. The Gourds, Gin and Juice.
It makes me laugh just listening to him. My name is Snoop D-O Double G.
Yeah. Oh man, if I could start it off right, I could probably do the whole song in that voice.
It's in that voice saying, "I got bitches in the room
With the gang of Tiger Ride, keep coming up with funky ass shit nearly every single day, and can I kick a little something for the G's and
I gotta grab my power
make a
cord. I'll be
few
right back.
friends as I pain through." Oh man. And it's 2 a.m. and the party's still jumping cause my mama ain't home.
I love it because it doesn't sound like he says hose. The way he says it. It doesn't. You're like, you don't know
in the
what.
living room getting it on, and
I'm adding that to my playlist.
Till 6 in the morning. Oh
I'm adding it to my ride playlist when
It's
I'm
like-
on a bike.
What you gonna do? I got a pocket full of rubbers and my homeboys do too. Oh my god, yeah, listen to it. I can
Oh
sing
yeah,
along
it's
to
a
it.
good song. It's been a minute.
You're welcome. You've just been serenaded by W.
What'd I miss?
Oh no,
me and
just
Webb
me singing
We shouldn't be
badly.
singing.
Yeah, singing badly.
No, they're good. They're good shit. I like that bluegrass kind of style that those guys. There's a couple bands that do that. There's one that they're like there's like white dudes and black dudes, and it looks like they're Amish.
Mm.
And they play some pretty badass music. I need to find those guys too. But they have their own music, but it's pretty banging.
The Gourds.
We got an Amish community here in Iowa. Freaking awesome restaurants, bro. You go into
You
there.
mean it's just Iowa.
Yeah, you just refer to it as Iowa now.
It's just
okay.
called Iowa.
No, they're actually the hardcore ones. They have horse and buggies.
Iowa's actually a really good album by Slipknot.
Just saw. Speaking of Amish, just saw a video of it was a police dash cam video, and they got called to a disturbance, and someone edited the video and put like drift drifting car sounds.
I was
and
gonna
the guy comes out of the field.
The Amish cart drifting.
No, I saw him coming off the side road and like sparks.
Sparks, and he keeps
like,
signing this like.
Yeah, he like I was like, whoa.
I was like,
Nelly.
what?
He was like, whoa, Nelly.
He's like, hey, it's Rumspringer time or whatever that is.
It's Rumspringer. You got it right.
It was pretty nuts. I saw that. I was impressed, to say the least.
Amish paradise.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Be living most alive, living in the Amish paradise. Oh, I gotta preview some of this stuff so I don't get.
I was in, I think it was third grade. We had a Amish girl in our school, in our class.
And her name was Mary, and she had a baby named Jesus.
No. Actually, her name was Mary, but her last name was Yoder. Yoder, if that's not like the most Amish name I've ever heard in my life.
What's tapping?
Oh, that was me. I get bored and I tap my cigarette.
Okay. So I actually drove my drift car for the first time since February of this year because I've actually had a little time. Took a small snippet of time for myself, went up to Birmingham to a track I'd never been to. I've always heard the Legend of Midpond. This is a go-kart track, so to speak, but it's been repurposed for drifting. And it's kind of like this weird little middle of the woods area. It's awesome. Make as much noise as you want. They actually have a pond with ducks. That's part of their little logo.
Yeah.
I had an older gentleman out there that runs the whole thing. He's got he filled me on a couple things. He's got an extra 58 acres he's going to develop. He's going to extend the track. He's going to put some cabins out there. This place is small, but it's awesome.
Stabbing cabins.
Yeah, pretty much. It probably, yeah, pretty much going to be that, so to speak. So this is,
your fingers in the camera.
I know.
Move your hand.
Let's see.
Move your hand, Web.
Me getting in. I'm getting in.
I know,
so that's the extent of the parking lot right there. That's the main building, obviously. It's a bunch of junk cars, just like rural Alabama. There's a Crown Vic. There's a Crown Vic right there with mud tires. That's our tow vehicle.
I saw the slug bug earlier, so
yeah. And then I got flagged down. Yourself. They're like, "Hey, we're going backwards now. We're going to reverse the course."
Ooh.
Was what's his name in Terra out there?
Yes, I will show them later. It's a whole different track. You guys hear anything?
Nope.
Ah, well, crap. We're going to have to do this again. Share screen, share system audio, because I'm an idiot. Let's try this again.
There we go. There's some audio.
There we go.
Okay, yeah.
Going backwards. Yeah. Yep.
Going backwards.
Park it up that way to give you time. It's a whole different track.
You're like, oh, great, we're going backwards.
I just swapped tires side to side because one side was getting worn more than the other, and now I'm like, oh,
now
great.
you got to go.
Yeah, now it doesn't matter that you swap tires. Yeah.
So now I'm like trying to okay, let me warm my tires a little bit, and I'm just grip driving a little bit, just trying to where am I? What am I doing?
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a beautiful little piece of Alabama, and
looks great. Oh, there's a little engine rev.
A little bit, just trying to get used to it. A little bit of drift.
It's really, I don't know if it's my computer, but it's blocky.
It's
clear to me.
No, I'm not saying it's not clear.
Yeah,
it's
straight into a pond right there if you get it wrong.
It's like Gran Turismo 1.
Yeah. Got a little bit of it there.
You can tell I'm sideways. This is a top cam that flows with the wind.
Yeah.
Dirt drop for sure.
Oh yeah, you got way sideways there.
Yep. Oh, yep. Smoky.
What row?
Trying to find reverse. It wasn't working for some reason. And then I've been a tie rod somewhere in here.
in the Matrix.
I did. And I've been a tie rod somewhere in here.
Oh, bummer.
It is what it is. We break stuff, you know.
Oh yeah, but you know.
Just cruising. Get it wrong right there, you go into the pond.
That's a good incentive. So Tara put some floaters on her car.
Dude, she has progressed so much as a driver, though.
No, I know, but that'd be fun. You got to. If you guys go there again, bring her some like those little baby waders for her arm.
I need them. I need the floaties, bro.
Rolling down the street, smoking tires, sipping on Gatorade because I'm responsible.
Pretty sideways.
Not bad. How long has it been since you've done anything like that, Webb?
February.
So it's been a minute, yeah.
Dude, Papa Willie's in the background. You see that?
Yeah.
Watch this. See the dude to the right? My camera pans to him perfectly. He's like, beep.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is when I noticed. I'm like, oh, this is steering kind of weird. Huh. Come around this hairpin. Not acting quite right.
Yeah, that feeling when you're driving something
like,
and,
nope.
and it doesn't react.
Yeah. The guys on the far left, I like stop and wave at them. I'm like, yeah, this is weird. Went off on the grass. I'm like, I'm done. I think I tried to figure it out. Yeah, maybe another lap. I'm like, nope, I'm going in.
Why'd you quit?
I've been a tie rod, and both my wheels, my front wheels were pointed like this.
Ooh.
Both of them were toe out.
And you felt it?
Yeah, I felt it.
Yeah, you were plowing.
Yeah. So there's Tara and Lucas right there. Tara's the white car, and Lucas is the purple one on the bottom. Purple and white up top. Tara is purple, white on bottom, and so that was lots of fun.
Looked like it, bro.
I miss going to the track, and I didn't drift. I did autocross.
Glad you're getting back into it again.
I did, a little bit.
But I definitely don't have time to do that anymore, unfortunately.
Let's see.
Sad day.
But yeah, it definitely sucks when you're driving something that you've driven and you know how it reacts or how it's supposed to, and it doesn't. And you're like, okay, something's wrong. I don't know what.
Like the story you told me today.
What?
Like the story you told me today when we were talking about the semi truck.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like, me and Felix were talking, and in the Army they had 916s, and we were bobtailing one back, and we thought we had fixed the problem. We fixed one problem. We didn't know there were two problems. And so, like, we're, big semi truck, international, and it's like the basics, like not even a radio, nothing. I mean, it was just military vehicle, semi truck, hauls flatbed trailers for dozers. Yeah. And we're coming down a hill, and like I'm pumping brakes and nothing's happening, and we're gaining speed, and nothing. I'm like both hands trying to downshift, and nothing's fucking happening, And the guy that's in the passenger, we called him the TC, tank commander, whatever. And he's like, hey, something's going on. And I'm like, you fucking think so? Luckily, and what got us talking was the runoffs on the side of the highway has, there's not as many of them as they used to be. I'm thankful that there was one on this one because we went about halfway through that sumbitch. Woo! Yeah, we hit that thing at about 75 mile an hour downhill.
So I'll show you just this one thing, and then you can roll some beautiful bean footage. This is in car, and this is. You hear the audio?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Warming up the tires a little bit. I think this is the end of the day, and I'm actually wearing your Hawaiian shirt in this one, Felix,
Oh, nice.
because it was party time. So and I was actually kind of getting. I was a little tired of getting reactive. See, here we go.
What's his name again? I forgot his fucking name.
Travis Scott, party time.
No, your guy, your Para and Lucas.
There we go, Lucas.
Did Lucas get jealous because you had an amazing Hawaiian shirt?
A little bit. No, he had one of himself. So.
He didn't have a barbecue Hawaiian shirt though.
Sure. My tires are getting a little worn at this point, so I'm just trying to not overheat the car, not overheat the tires.
All right, so is this car still street legal? Like, could you run to the gas station with it?
Yeah, I did actually. Right before this, you see my fuel gauge all the way on the far left is full. Like right before this, I'd actually just got gas.
So, like, have any of your daughters been like, "Hey, Dad, take me to school in the car"?
Yep. Absolutely.
I know I would. I'd be like, "Yo, Dad, you got that bomb ass car? Take me for a ride. Take me to school."
I think I stick this one. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, I've driven enough on snow and ice to know that this is not the sport for me.
You'd be surprised.
There we
it's
go.
Pretty freaking fun.
I don't doubt it's fun. I just know I would not be good at it.
Yeah.
Oh,
and you see this right here? When I get done with this lap. 1 second, I'll show you. I look down and I start hitting a switch. Click, click, click. Right there. It's a little tire sprayer that I got.
What's in the tank?
All right, so I'm gonna stop screen.
We used to take the window washers and reroute them to the front of the back tires, and we'd fill it up with Mountain Dew. And so you'd hit the switch, and that Mountain Dew being sugary and sticky, you could get some of the whitest smoke I've ever seen in my life.
See, I didn't think about that, but all I have in there is water, and it's literally to cool the tires off. And it is a standalone kit for a windshield washer deal. It's got nozzles and everything. So I punched holes in my wheel wells so they'd spray down on the tires. I got a relay and everything like that, and I fill it full of water, and I have a little switch like I just spray my tires.
I knew a guy that rerouted his window washer so the line would be under the dash, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he'd hit the switch, and it would fill up whiskey in his glass.
I knew a guy that did that and did the tire thing.
Yep. I seen a dude reroute it so it sprayed water at his passenger's crotch.
That's funny. Jacked up.
Yeah,
I had a car that the pump was so good in. I rerouted the spouts. It would shoot over my windshield, over the hood, and hit your window.
Yep. What is 9:05 p.m.? So, Dave, your famous line?
Roll that beautiful beard footage.
Not really. So, we're not rolling beautiful beard footage today, guys.
What?
We are going to talk about. Nope. We're talking about something that I care about a little bit more than my company.
Okay. Do it.
Yeah, we're gonna. Well,
talking about Sacred Mountain.
Yeah, we're talking about Sacred Mountain. Yeah, we're still talking about the secret in the mountain.
Good.
I am looking for a vidya right now.
Vidya?
A vidya.
Yeah. Well, their banner is rolling across the screen right now, the bottom of the screen.
Yeah. So that's what I've actually been in here looking for because I had a video from them, but I think it's on my other computer machine.
Yeah, the computer machine.
My other computer machine. But I'll just do it. Hell with it. We'll just go in here. I'm gonna open this up and I'm gonna share a screen.
Well, here, I'll let me share one just real quick, just for you.
What's going on?
Booyah. See that bad boy right there?
Oh yeah.
Oh, barbecue sauce. That's what I'm talking about.
Nice.
Look at that.
I'm good.
That it popped up and I didn't get to see it all, but it's all good.
Oh, here.
But I still think that's amazing. Like for a papa to be able to do that for his daughter.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, even though he sucks at it,
I do suck at it.
He's out there representing, you know. But no, all joking aside, I think it's amazing. Like seriously.
So it's funny you mentioned that. Saturday night, somebody ordered DoorDash. I don't know what it was. Guy came in, looked a little weird because we had a metal band playing, but okay. Told him to come back the next day. Came back the next day and he rolled up. He's like, so Cleft Lip and Palate Association, why you got that on your door? I was like, oh, my firstborn daughter had cleft lip, cleft palate. He looks at me, he's like, yeah, man, me too. That's really cool that you're raising awareness. I'm like,
awesome.
Oh, okay, yeah. Awesome, dude. So he started talking to me, you know, about his whole experience and stuff like that. I was like, you know, I know it's tough, and we're just now beginning the journey with our little girl. You know, we know it's going to be tough, and told her all the surgeries.
Mm-hmm.
His brother also had one as well, and so it was kind of cool to connect random stranger. You know, just appreciative of exposure. You know, saying, "Hey, man, thanks for bringing a little awareness to our little plight here." You know, for some small genetic defects and stuff like that. I'm like, my pleasure, bro. No problem.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. So Sacred Mountain.
Bam, 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 bam.
Hey, Bradley.
Oh, like you wanted to tell me, oh, Black Betty, bam, bam, bam. Miss Betty Pickett up at the front gate. No, I'm not.
So just like everyone, you've seen it. This link straight to my website. I have their logo for I Got Your Six. So when you click on it, this is where it brings you to Sacred Mountain Retreat Center. It talks about the programs. They have one thing I haven't talked about. They have puppy healing heroes. So they have a puppy program. You can donate some of the money can go to this program for puppies.
Awesome.
Where they actually get they pay for training. Training is literally from $15,000 to $30,000.
It's not cheap. It's
for some of the puppies. And so when I was at their 9/11 tournament, they actually awarded 2 veterans with puppies. So it was pretty badass to see, you know, and they got these puppies all on gratis. Now, when I was there, when you're at the center, you have equine therapy, body healing, which is massage therapy, and cryotherapy, which sounds crazy, but you sit in this booth. You might think you might not like it, but the sub-zero temperatures actually help your body throw endorphins and white blood cells to parts of your body that hurt. It's a recessive defense mechanism from as humans from when we were in cold climates. We needed to get to warmth, so it helps heal like bad joints and stuff like that.
Well, like
mental health.
Before they had the cryo tubes and stuff like that, and in some of the old gyms, they used to have the sauna, the hot room, and then they had a cold room, which basically was a cooler with ice, and you'd sit on ice. Yeah.
Yep.
It worked.
And so this meal preparation, of course, each class, when there's a class of 10 people, you got 5 and 5. You guys, the first class, one class cooks, the other class cleans, and vice versa. And then you have working with our hands. So you have leatherworking, blacksmithing. I think sometimes there's even woodworking in there. And it's pretty awesome. Like and you can kind of fall into what you like the most. I wasn't too much on equine therapy, which is one of their biggest things, just because I've owned a horse and it wasn't really therapeutic because I just started remembering how much shit costs, like pay and stable fees and stuff like that. But I was a really big fan of the metalworking. You know, I really aligned it with the metalworking. They didn't have leatherworking when I was there because the guy was gone. All these programs are gratis to Sacred Mountain.
Yeah.
You know, this is where you apply. You hit this button, you can apply to go. All you have to do is have your form of DD-214, if whatever form cops have, like your Dunkin' Donuts receipts. Firefighters, you can have, I don't know what firefighters have to prove that they're firefighters. You know, this tells you a little bit about MRC, the availability, contact information, the places that support them. This helps you get involved, donating to the Equine Center, and then the fundraising events. Like I showed you earlier, we have a winter gala that I believe is in January or February. The I Got Your Six program, which directly donates to people going through the program because it costs $2,500 for one person to go through. And then Healing Heroes Golf Tournament. That's what we do during 9/11 this year. Next year it'll be on 9/10. Just because that I believe is going to be the weekend.
I think. Yeah.
So usually it is on 9/11, but 9/10 this year we had a bunch of law enforcement and firefighters from New York that told us stories about what they went through during 9/11. Like this one guy, they were in the building around Ground Zero, just literally getting water and food in them. And someone guy runs in the building. He goes, "This building ain't stable." And guy gets up and he runs out the building and he goes, "Dude, no sooner did I get out of my chair, we all run out of the building, then the building we were in collapses."
Damn.
Like, and so that's where, where the heels heal the heroes. It's true.
Yep.
That's the front gate. I've driven through that gate many times. Literally, if you know someone, even if you don't think you have issues, as a veteran, I think this kind of stuff, because it doesn't have anything to do with the VA, it has nothing to do with doctors and therapists, because those guys don't get us. They don't get cops. They don't get firefighters. They don't get military. They don't get EMTs because they've never been on the job. Yeah. Now, mind you, you do have those people that get out and become cops, EMTs and whatnot, but it's still, the majority of them aren't. They don't get it. They're just there to fix you. We're not, as buddies, we're not trying to fix you. We're just trying to get you to see your demons so you can face them, And like this thing right here, this little on the far right where my mouse is, this is a wheelchair that's lets people in a wheelchair get out and about in austere environments. As you can see, he's out on a trail with it. It actually extends up where he can actually stand up. He golfed in the thing.
Oh, I've seen those. Those are badass. That's cool.
Awesome. I think this video might talk about it a little bit. If you can hear audio, let me know. My shit's kind of janky right now. Can you hear it?
Yep.
This is a safe.
That's Jared.
We tell people that from literally the moment they walk through the doors. They can
I can't really watch this because I'm also
stories. They can share their
He does look like Kid
They
Rock.
can share things here that they can't share other places for the simple fact that nobody judges anyone here. We understand that it's hard to open up. We understand that it's hard to get some of that stuff out into the air. But we have also found that once you open up and once you start sharing your story, there's a little bit of demons that are taken away. There's a little bit of stress that's relieved. There's a little piece of making yourself better.
Also doing a lot of
That Jen, I got to meet her at a retreat, and she came down. She's an Army vet. She's awesome shit.
And like, I liked that it wasn't like a clinical setting.
It's just friends sit down.
I don't know this gentleman.
What's bothering you? Why it's bothering you? And
Brandon
how we can all
Tillman,
help each other
Air
out.
Force.
Whether that be at the dinner table, or working on some projects that are done through this here, or playing a game of pool and just shooting the breeze at the same time. It's a natural evolving flow.
With a service animal, suicide rate.
Zoe, that's his Malinois.
74%,
She is awesome.
86%.
That's a land shark. That's not a dog.
Pets are absolutely welcome. We love them. can't say enough about them for our military. Our mission is to save lives, save jobs, save marriages, and we're working on very hard to make sure that.
Night, Mike. Hopefully it's
Yep.
a good.
So that's something like seriously, like even you gave me an excuse. Now I'm gonna call it an excuse that you got to find a place for your cat. Fuck, bring Rupert down here, and I'll fucking personally watch his ass and make sure he, when you get him back, he might be more dog than cat. But I seriously think that a lot of us need to kind of go through something like this, and I believe it'll help us. Hell, Jade, Mike, Dan, Michael, Bradley, Caleb. It's one of those things where you literally don't have to do anything but get a week, 7 days out of your time. And if you think about it, if I didn't take 7 days out of my calendar, I would be dead right now. So what 7 days matters, what it means the fucking world. My life was off the rails and I didn't even fucking know it. So that's how much this place means to me. Hell, I put my fucking their label on my baby. I put their shit on my website. As long as Dave has known me, I have never put one veteran organization on my website.
Nope.
I've never put one veteran tag on my sauce.
Nope.
And after coming out of Sacred Mountain, like I joked about it, coming out being wearing Birkenstocks and
eating granola,
being in a cult, but eating granola,
pine trees.
Yeah, humping pine trees and whatnot. But truly, if this is what it's like to be in a cult, it's a cult for a good reason. Because those 2 days, that one day being there, it's like walking back into my mom's house. The night I went to sleep, I literally slept like a baby, rolled around and wanting to boop in my mouth. Not really, but no, I slept awesome. Woke up. It's like, it's just, it's a feeling that I can't even describe. And every vet probably knows that feeling. Like if you remember back when you were in the military, young, maybe in the dorms, Michael, on the ship, in the berths, and you can go to your berth and your bunk and just knock out and just be good before you ranked up and realize how much shit you had to deal with. Marines sleeping in the fucking next to a track or a Humvee in the middle of the dirt. That awesome, just peaceful feeling when you're around your brothers. And that's what this place brings. Like it's another extension of your family, because I equated it to when you get out of the military, it's like you've been divorced from a family that's still going on road trips and family vacations, and now you're on the sidelines going,
"True,
hi."
Yeah, right.
And
exactly.
you miss it. And that's the biggest portion that Sacred Mountain brings back. When you go through a class for that week, you are literally reconnecting. And that's what we miss. We miss connection. That's half our issue. We miss connection. We don't need, I'm not saying all of us, but most of us don't need medication and like intense psychotherapy. We just need that reconnection. And you will get all of that with this kind of program. I like I said, you've seen how passionate I am about it. I almost quit my business to be a part of it.
Yep, he almost did. We had some serious talks about that.
Yeah,
and it's just one of those things. Like I told Dave, I was like, Dave, I think you should go through it. He goes, "Oh, my cat." I'm like, bullshit. Fuck the cat. Like, don't do that. But
yeah,
you know what I mean.
Well, yeah.
But I seriously think like it will bring something to you that. And there's older vets that go through it, and I want as many people to experience it, because that's what, for one, we need, and that's what Sacred Mountain needs, because without the varying amount of people coming through, they don't know how to get better. And that's what I love about them. They're going to do what I did this weekend more. They're going to do like this. They did it after 12 classes. They're going to start doing it after, I think, like 5. Every 5 courses, or every year, they're going to have a summit where people can come in and, like, I'm going to tell you, it's going to have to be bigger than that place can hold, because we had 30 people and it filled the dining room. We were around this round table, and we're going to have to start like renting out a place, because this is only going to get bigger and better. They're going to have more people, more opinions, more help. So other than that, that's all I have. Let's go on with the show. Any questions? Any questions from the peanut gallery over here, the comment section? I will answer them as honestly as I can.
Yep.
And yes, Jade, they do have stools and step stools, so you can like get into the building and use the sinks and stuff like that. And they have high chairs, so you can sit up at the table properly.
I was just thinking, I couldn't imagine being on like KP duty with you, knowing you now how you cook, and be like, man, I got to be on cook duty with this guy. Fuck this. No,
dude, not gonna lie. There was a guy when I was in there who actually bitched because I made, so that one class cooked, then our class cooked, then I cooked after that 2 days, and I made homemade chicken soup.
Whoa.
Chicken noodle soup, you know, no banning on TikTok.
Oh yeah, I was going to say
I made homemade soup,
but you get banned over, yeah.
but yeah, you know, you have a full kitchen. It's not a big kitchen, but you have a full kitchen. So I'm using the dishes I need to use. And afterwards, the guy walks in and he goes, "You got to use every fucking dish in the." And that's the thing. What I love about it, because it's real.
I do.
It's quick team building, because it's like the military. You put a bunch of people together. It's only 1 week. So you're going to have a bunch of attitudes and emotions, you know, but he's like, you got to use every fucking dish in the kitchen. And he was half joking and half not. And I looked at him and I'm like, hey man, this is how a cook cooks.
Yeah.
This is how a chef cook. I'm not a chef, but this is how you cook. You use a pan for one thing. You don't reuse it for something else. You use a knife for meat. You don't reuse it for vegetables. Like, you know, you go through and you just use what you need to use, because you have the implements in your kitchen. And this place had enough bowls, everything for me to use, and I used them, you know, and then literally I didn't have to say anything. One of the other people in another class came up and was like, boop, and stopped him. It was like, you're about to eat amazing fucking food. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Well, if being me, I'd have been like, when he asked that question, I'd have been like, did you eat that? Yeah. Was it good? Yeah. That's why I had to use every fucking plate.
Done. Shut your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But no, he actually came up and apologized after he had the soup. He goes, that was probably the best chicken soup I ever had in my life. I'm like,
yeah, right.
You're welcome. Because I told them, I'm like, they didn't give me a whole chicken, but they went and I told them to get thighs and breasts and chopped them up into chunks and seared them a little bit. And then, you know, let them sit and then put them in this, and then took that little sear and made a little mini roux with it. And
I could just see the new tagline: Felix's chicken soup so good it gets banned on TikTok.
But yeah, no, that's my spiel. No questions. But I seriously think it would help a lot of people. And it's, like I said, it's out of everything you can do, it's very benign. It's very unintrusive to apply. You don't have to write a big essay about yourself. You know, you can just write some shit down, let them know what's going on. And yeah. And especially if you are one of those people that really need help and you're on the edge, let them know. They don't fuck around. And if you know me and you let me know you're going to apply, I can tell them, hey, this guy needs help. And they take that. Like I had my buddy Jimmy James. I'm like, I'm getting my buddy Jimmy to apply. So they do take referrals from people they know, because if I send someone, that person's more likely to actually go and not drop out.
Like you were talking about, not so much a vetting process, but like with the sponsor, so they can get to know and be like, yeah, this guy's going to go, or we might not want to buy the plane ticket just yet.
Exactly.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. You wouldn't cook with Felix? I would cook over Felix.
We have cooked.
And we haven't done it in a very. You and Jade have.
No, me and you.
I'd try to
It's
be
been a very long time, and
I'd be his assistant and be like, "What knife you need, man?"
so no, me and Felix would probably be dueling with knives. But, no, so we're gonna get our chance coming up here in July for sure. I have a family reunion in South Dakota. Yes, it's where my grandmother on my mom's side is from. She is from Belfouche, South Dakota.
I love the story.
Belfouche.
I love the story, Webb.
Yeah, Belfouche. Yeah. My grandfather was a little lonely airman. Ellsworth, South Dakota. Wanted to go drink some beers or something. Rolled up to Sturgis, South Dakota. You know, as lonely as a drive as that is. My grandmother was a school teacher in Belfouche and could not be seen drinking in her hometown. So she also went to Sturgis, South Dakota. Met my grandfather there. And here I am. So, got family history up there.
Nice.
It's pretty cool to go up there and experience it as an adult and get to partake in all the off-roading, motorcycling, and hunting and all that stuff. So, obviously, got to hang out with Felix, meet Felix, and become brothers and all that shit. But yeah, we'll get our little program together come July. That's when I'll be up there. And my dad will be up there too. So I think we're going to be renting some bikes. So we'll have to go on a ride as well. Felix?
What's up?
Exactly.
I'm sorry. I was trying to pull something up.
That's what she
No.
said.
We're talking about July when I roll up there. July 2022 for the family reunion.
Oh, Javier. Yeah, that definitely sounds like he might be good for that program, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Javier.
And Bradley Jackson, if you're still in here, that might be the guy that you met the other night. That might be a good program for him. Maybe you.
Javier, for sure. If you need to, get in touch with me. I can get in touch with Felix. Or you can
you can just call me straight up.
Yeah, you can call Felix. Find Felix on Facebook, BBQ Sauce, Felix Irving, whatever you need to do. He can definitely put you on the right path for that with your brother in Oklahoma. That's a decently short flight as well up to Rapid City.
Yep.
Yeah, but the way planes are going, like
you might as well drive from Oklahoma, man. I would just drive. It's probably like 8 hours.
Well, the thing is, if you drive, they'll pay you for driving.
Yeah, I would just
pay
drive.
your gas.
Depending on the area of Oklahoma, I would just drive, bro.
Yeah,
I would drive from here if I really wanted to go. I would drive from here. It's 24 hours from here, but the drive is the therapeutic for me, I think.
So this is I just wanted to show my last video. It's not about the business, it's about the holidays. But let me screen share this shit.
Yeah, share it up.
Yeah.
It's from the Tiki Taki. Let me know if you can hear it.
All right, guys, we're going to give Runnings another go. See if they...
No, that's not Runnings. This is...
So we are pulling into the furthest door away from the house. This is Next.
Can you hear it?
Home Center.
Yep.
Yeah.
Next Home Center.
It's Connect
Barbecue Toe Shop. That's the furthest place that we sell barbecue right now in the store, and that's out in Springfield, Missouri. This Connects Home Center, and let's get here and see what we got.
It's a little choppy on the video, but it's fun.
Recycle or do the damn thing. Throw your trash away.
No,
it's not the Thanksgiving yet. It's not even Thanksgiving.
Listen,
we were over here, but now there's trees.
That's where we were right there.
We will find out
Oh, where'd they put you?
Maybe over by the barbecue, since they have Christmas trees out here. Trees. No.
So she asked me, "Am I not ready for Winter Wonderland yet?"
No.
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 We already got snow,
Barbecue
woman.
section.
Hush.
A little bit back. We were in the front. So looks
See
like we're moving a
grills
little bit
there.
of product.
Well, hey,
I'm not
you're
gonna
next to the
organize
grills.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unlike Runnings Connects can order what they want. So they do have the habanero with the mild mustard, spicy sauces and seasonings. So disorganized, but looks
That's a
like
nice display,
we're
bro.
moving some mild
I love them
and a
stands.
little bit of mustard. But yeah, we're in the barbecue section, so that's where we should be. Things looking good. I will talk to the sales manager and be out.
I love those stands. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Like,
Some of this stuff, yes. Okay. That's about it. Have a good one. So we are pulling into.
I was looking at all the Sweet Baby, well, not Sweet, but the Traeger and some of the
Yeah,
other
all
blues.
the
I
other
was like,
Well,
nah.
it looked like you were kind of there was like a little funnel toward the registers and stuff like that, and you were like right there in the prime area where like
Well, yeah.
boom,
So
boom,
where that
impulse
last
buy.
tree was at, that's where my stand was. So when I walked in, like first of all, I walked in and they had all the blow up dolls and things, and I'm like, no, it's not even
Blow-up
Thanksgiving. And when I walked through, the lady heard me like this. I'm like, these all got to come down. It ain't Thanksgiving. And she goes, "You ain't ready for a Winter Wonderland?" I'm like, no Winter Wonderland.
Yeah.
Not yet. Not till after Thanksgiving.
After Thanksgiving.
No, but it looked like you were in the funnel going toward.
Oh yeah, no,
registers, though.
definitely. When you walk into the
So-
grill section, you can't not see it because
Was that the
there's-
grill section or
Yeah,
was that
that
going
was-
toward the registers?
Well, no, that was so you walked in past the trees, and
Okay.
when you walked into the grill section, you had to go to the grills. You had to go past my thing.
That's
like
perfect.
They had the Traeger section or whatever with all the boutique stuff on its own. Like they have all that stuff together, and I don't really want to be on that shelf. And so when you walk past, you'd see mine. But the cool thing is, I had a meeting with this place called Simpson's Printing today, and they actually make the plastic stand-up displays. So they're working on getting me a display so I can actually put sauces on that metal rack and seasonings on a plastic rack. And
nice.
it's really cool, and it's local and South Dakota made. So I'm pretty
Nice.
badass.
No. I mean, from the angle you approached it from, I saw a green egg behind it.
Yep.
So it was like that. That's a big beacon, kind of, green
Oh
egg.
yeah.
I'm sorry,
and they have to, and
their
it's right
icon.
literally right next to them.
And it's a wedge right there. Like
Mhm.
you're on the corner of the wedge, which is like angling towards you, and so good product
Oh
placement.
yeah, they
good
placed it in a
frontage.
good spot.
Yeah.
And then I stopped at another store. Finally went to the Runnings in Belfouche, and they finally have it out, and it's in the same grill section, and they're selling also. But like I said, I'm doing these videos, and I gotta take those videos and put them on Facebook, so the customers I have that are in those areas know, so they can go, because that's what I want to do. I want to get away from local delivery, and I just want to be in your area, so you just go to the store.
Yeah.
You know, because right now I'm working on getting a third-party fulfillment service. So when you place an order, I'm not even the one boxing it. It's another company. Because when I get that food truck, I'm not going to have time
You be
to
out,
be
bro.
boxing
You be out.
orders and
Oh, yeah.
traveling and slinging meat.
Well, it's a talent and all.
That's what I do.
It's a talent and all.
Y'all be throwing your women up there to come get my meat.
Well, it was a talent until you said it like that.
Exactly.
And now it's kind of like, wow, now it's sexual assault. So, I don't know what you guys want to do with barbecue sauce now, but I mean, it's up to you guys. So, just kidding. Go see my boy at all your local stores in West River, South Dakota.
Yep, working on it. And out in Springfield, Missouri.
Oh yeah, nice. Hell yeah.
Yep, Barbecue Pro Shop.
Barbecue Pro
Countryside
Shop.
Barbecue Pro Shop.
Man, imagine if that was Bass Pro Shops. I know we're working toward that.
Yeah, working on it.
I know we're working toward that.
Definitely working on it.
I really want a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Hawaiian shirt for some reason.
I don't want to get sued.
No, there's one out there. I mean, I just.
No, I mean like barbecue sauce Hawaiian T-shirt.
No, T-shirt. No. I'm talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Ninja Turtle Hawaiian shirt.
But, yeah. Bass Pro likes it. Win Dixie. Yeah.
Oh, dude, if I got to Win Dixie, I'm from New Orleans. I get Win Dixie.
Yeah,
he knows.
Like,
yeah, Javier. He knows.
He'd be
some Win Dixie.
Swagmans? Who remembers Swagmans?
Yeah,
Swagman's
you either
was
old or really rural to remember.
Well,
that shit.
Swagman's was actually, I don't know if Swagman's was only in New Orleans. That was like a New Orleans. You know how some places have it only in you know.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
like Mobile's got Greer's.
Yeah.
And that's like the only Greer's is here and that's it.
Winn Dixie is a grocery store, Jade. It's like Piggly
Winn-Dixie.
Wiggly, Kroger's. Winn Dixie is a grocery store. Swagman's was a grocery store.
She don't know.
Show her.
I'm about to, brah. Winn Dixie.
Well, it depends.
Oh God. Hope you don't have
Whoa.
What?
Apparently they're this is Winn Dixie.
Yeah.
Winn Dixie. I mean, it's a grocery store. They're not gonna have a crazy freaking
website.
St. John's Commons, shop online. It's a grocery store in the Southeast. Good selection of local stuff. They do shipped in the Uber Eats and
Wow,
all
you
this
can't
stuff.
even Google Swagman's. Oh my God.
Yeah, they don't exist anymore.
Oh,
Nobody
wait a
cares.
minute. I found it on Wikipedia. Swagman Brothers Giant Supermarket. So, they're a private supermarket from the 1950s.
Winn
grocery
Dixie
store.
is like a smaller King's, Jade.
Defunct in 1995. New Orleans, Louisiana. Number of locations 18 at its peak.
Yep.
Area served New Orleans metropolitan area. Approximate employees 5,000. So very small store, but Swagman's was like that was the in New Orleans. That was the grocery store. Like if you talk to someone and they ask you about if you don't know what Swagman's is, you want to fake being from New Orleans, say Swagman's, and people are like, oh, you straight up.
Yeah. Okay.
Like yeah. You know, and the craziness, the picture of the original store I have been to.
It's like Greer's. Yeah, it's like Greer's down here for sure.
Yeah. It was only in New Orleans, so yeah, they got pushed out by Kroger. You were exactly right.
Yeah,
Kroger,
Javier,
and
I think so.
And Go Make Grocers. Go Make. That's like Go Make.
Go make
Albertsons.
groceries.
Actually,
Groceries.
Albertsons was in Minot when I was up there. There was an Albertsons in Minot, North Dakota. At least when I was up there.
Speaking of groceries, somebody's gonna have like a hard time buying groceries.
Why?
Yeah. Anybody see this earlier? Metallurgist admits to falsifying Navy submarine steel strength test for 36 years. 36
that dude's
years.
he's gonna have a hard time finding groceries and a butt plug that'll fit his shit.
It was a she. It was a she. Yeah. So being a metals person, a machinist, welder, fabricator, having, knowing about heat treating and tensile strength and all this stuff. This is crazy. An undisclosed number of U.S. Navy submarines have had to undergo additional repairs to ensure they remain seaworthy after a metallurgist spent decades faking the results of strength tests related to the boat's hulls. The person responsible pleaded guilty yesterday to fraud in the case, which related to tests that examined how the submarines would fare in a collision, a very real threat that you can read more about here or in certain wartime scenarios. There was a couple submarines that have hit a couple things, and yeah. So Elaine Marie Thomas of Auburn, Washington, was the director of metallurgy at a foundry in Tacoma that provided steel castings to Electric Boat and Newport News Shipbuilding, which in turn used them for submarine hulls.
She is
fraudulent.
Eating peaches.
Oh yeah, dude, it's going to be bad. The fraudulent activity took place between 1985 and 2017. Are you freaking kidding me? That's older than most of the people in the military. During which time, dozens of nuclear-powered submarines were completed for the Navy. Thomas is said to have provided false results for at least 240 production batches of steel, which amounts to around half of the entire Navy output for the Tacoma foundry in that same period. The ongoing case at the U.S. District Court in Tacoma has not heard any evidence that any submarine hulls failed as a result of the shortcuts taken, but authorities have confirmed that the Navy has had to pay additional maintenance costs to address potential problems and ensure the affected boats can safely go to sea. This is, yeah. They're not going to, obviously, reveal the class of boats, the number of boats, and all that stuff that may be affected, blah, blah, blah. Woo!
Someone's going to prison.
Bad.
No
for
bueno.
a long time.
Miss Thomas never intended to compromise the integrity of any material, and is gratified that the government's testing does not suggest the structural integrity of any submarine was in fact compromised. Oh, so you just falsified everything, but you're glad that the hulls held up. Thanks a lot, bitch.
I do have a public service announcement I need to screen share. This came from my BBQ ambassador.
Cannonball.
This came from my BBQ ambassador. Webb, you will agree with this one. This is Roger. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I'm seeing some of these cooking videos starting to trend and go viral, and people need to be aware of what they're doing. Been seeing a lot of people, not a lot of people, but I've been seeing it. People using galvanized steel to cook in and serve in. Serving is on the borderline of me telling you not to do it. Cooking in, don't do it. Once you start galvanize up, you're going to start releasing the zinc. The zinc is going to start getting into your food, leaching into it. Not to mention the fumes are toxic. You don't even have to heat it up. You don't even have to heat it up for the zinc to start getting released from it. The acids and fruit juice and tomato juice, salsa. It'll start pulling the zinc out of that galvanized, getting into your food. Do your research. I'll put a link in the bottom of this. You can copy the link. Do your own research. I knew it before. I made this video. Just got to make people aware. Stop doing it.
So that's my ambassador Roger out of Missouri. He's a welder, and I mainly it's because people have been using, instead of going to buy when they get the Weber kettles and they get that little nice funnel they sell.
Yeah,
they'll take a bucket and cut the bottom off, a galvanized bucket, and use it for their, stack up for their charcoal, and then they'll use those same buckets to grill stuff in, like the nachos.
Yeah, no.
Instead of using like a bean can, because you can use a can, because the cans aren't like a food can, like the beans I get, the big cans, they're not galvanized. Yeah. And I have seen some people do it, and I actually did watch a guy cook skirt steak on a corrugated galvanized piece of metal on a grill. And yeah, stainless or glass.
So yeah, definitely I can chime in on this. First of all, I don't know why, like you said, you have an internet trouble. So there was kind of an echo on that video, but the message got across. People are using galvanized, aka zinc coated implements for cooking. That is not safe in the least. What we call it in the fabrication world is metal fume fever. So any fence post, like if you have a chain link fence, right? All the posts. I'm just trying to relate to I can't say normal people. I'm just saying the general populace. A fence post is steel, right? It's a carbon steel that will rust away at the drop of a hat if you give it a chance. What they do is they galvanize it. They cover it in zinc. Zinc is a non-reactive metal that basically just sits there, and eventually it will erode away, and the metal will rust after quite a few years, 20 something years. Anyway, if you try to weld this without grinding off that zinc coating or anything like that, you will have this white residue and this all this smoke and stuff like that. And lots of people do it, but if you inhale enough of that, you can get metal fume fever, which is basically a form of brain damage.
Yeah, it starts giving you early set dementia.
Yeah. It'll mess you up bad. Especially, and he was very truthful when he's talking about acids. If you cook tomatoes in it, if you have any kind of balsamic vinegar or lemon juice, anything like that can release, certain zinc compounds and stuff like that into your food. If you ever run across anything, I hope to God nobody's marketing anything with the zinc coating, and they shouldn't be allowed to because, FDA and stuff like that. Do not get around it. Do not use it. Do not. Yeah, nothing like that. I don't give a shit if anybody says they knew a new age, blah, blah, blah. No. Stay away from anything zinc coated unless you want to put it in the ground for a long time and not touch it.
Yep.
That's the only thing it's good for is corrosion resistance. Anything, any byproducts or anything off that smoke, welding, anything, it will absorb and you will be hurting. You can get poison.
Yep, you will poison yourself.
Bad. Yeah. So just put that shit to rest. I would advise you use, like John says, for sure, stainless steel. Obviously, lube it generously. Olive oil.
He said lube.
Lube it.
Yeah, I did. Olive oil, butter, clarified butter, whatever you need to do.
Got to lick
Glass is not bad. Carbon steel is not bad at all. It has to be seasoned, obviously, and then cast iron as well. It needs to be well seasoned. I will
go one further for people. I only use stainless steel and cast iron pans. I do not use Teflon. I do not use any coated pans because I used to spray that shit on aircraft, and I don't care what those companies tell you, that coating that's non-stick, I made a video on my TikTok about it, is still coming off of that pan. Yeah. After a certain amount of uses, it will start coming off into your food. What you do to combat the non-stick, it's coating and temperature.
Yeah. So I will advise you. I know people go to a lot of different places, Walmart and everything, and buy non-stick pans, and I have quite a few. I have 2 decent ones, right? But here's one thing you can do to combat that. Do not use any metal utensils in that. When you break down the actual coating or scratch the coating, that's when you can get contaminated. Use plastic or wooden stuff.
All right. Well, I know you are super.
And listen, never heat it.
I sprayed carbon and all that shit on aircraft. It heats up and it leaches.
Are you a chemist?
Eventually, it heats up and leaches. It always does. Heat breaks down the coating.
You're right.
If it didn't, we wouldn't have to reapply it. So if they just use stainless steel and cast iron, you can just abate it, use some butter, olive oil, and you'll have perfectly good nonstick coating because with the proper amount of heat and lubrication, you have nonstick. So learn how to cook.
Well, also, you can still use Teflon coated pans if you use them appropriately. Just saying. Don't
proper
use
amount
them.
of in lube. That's what she said.
Do not scrape them with metal utensils. So you do not have.
But everyone has metal utensils. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
like,
here's my advice. Don't scrape them. Use wood.
The thing is, I use metal utensils also because plastic is the same thing. You start using plastic, so you got people out there that have to buy bamboo, which I have it, but bamboo is quite expensive. You know, so to abate the price gouge, stainless steel utensils and stainless steel pans are cheaper than the ones they put Teflon on it, and they last longer. I have pans that I've had literally before I was even stationed at Ellsworth. I'm still using.
I get it. You know what? There's the risk is unavoidable these days. All you can do is give a little bit of advice on the dumb shit that people.
But it's totally avoidable.
Well, the thing is, it's totally avoidable. But the thing is, to build the skill for using cast iron, stainless, and stuff like that, you know what I'm talking
simple.
about. You that's a cognitive bias, though.
No, it is a cognitive bias. Once you learn to cook with temperature and lube,
I get it.
Butter, olive oil.
People don't want that. They want some mac and cheese in a Teflon pan, baby. It sucks. Trust me. I know, Felix. I know.
Well, I'm let everyone on here know if you need to know how to cook on stainless steel, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, and that's all you're gonna see: stainless steel and cast iron.
There you go. Absolutely. And also, I will add to the stainless steel, if you can find some, well, it's going to be expensive, copper bottomed pans.
Ooh, I use T-file
conduction,
and they're cheaper.
Yeah, same.
I use T-file. You know, I have two amazing pans. I have a little mini pan. I have an even bigger one.
Yep.
But you can, if you have the money, go in and get super expensive copper bottom because copper wicks that heat in perfectly.
Yep.
You know, but it's that one thing. And let people know in restaurants they do use Teflon, a lot of Teflon pans.
They actually use also a lot of carbon steel pans that are seasoned.
Yep.
That's the big thing. A lot of carbon steel pans, they would rust normally, obviously, but they will season them almost like cast iron, lots of butter and all this stuff, and cook in high heat and open the pores and stuff like that. You will see that, and it's a quick soap wash, boom, done. Carbon steel is very prevalent in restaurants. Teflon, here and there, depending on if they need extra protection for extra sticky food. So just be careful what you use. Like I said, I have Teflon line pans, but I use them with a lot of butter, a lot of olive oil, and I don't scrape them with metal utensils. You know, they're awesome to cook an omelet in. Done. So
dogs act like we live in the hood. They just started going off once the ring goes off. Like yelling, like, "Stop barking!" That's what you be doing that. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, get down here, go outside.
Alexa, intruder.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Alexa, wrong house, buddy.
Yeah. Release the Claymore Roombas.
I'm just going to take a laser pointer and put it at the chest of anybody that tries to break in and wait for Rupert to maul them.
Yep. There you go.
Alexa, I don't want to get in trouble.
That is the only reason I would get an Alexa and any smart lamp.
Shut up, Alexa. You messed up because she only turned one light red. Alexa, turn lights blue.
What do you got, like the crack edition?
Copper pots lined with silver solder? That's probably not healthy.
She's
only not at all, unless you want to be blue.
You got like the crack edition of Alexa. It's like Alexa, she's like, I'm just gonna do one light.
Yeah. So
the internet's kind of being
copper
whacked
pans
right now.
are extremely expensive, like pure copper pans. Lined copper pans are a little bit less expensive for sure. They do copper as well. It spreads heat. It absorbs heat uniformly. so you don't get uneven spots of heat, so to speak.
That's funny, Jay. That TikTok trend about understanding the assignment has gone way past. You know, you got people doing the dog understood the assignment. I'm like, the dog doesn't understand English. It didn't know the assignment. You know,
maybe. Yeah. So high smoke point oil. I am a firm believer of flaxseed oil for my
flaxseed oil, olive oil, or not olive oil, grapeseed oil,
grapeseed and flaxseed. Yeah,
I use clarified butter personally because clarified butter for me imparts flavor and ability.
Hold up,
like olive oil.
We're talking about seasoning pans. For seasoning pans would be flaxseed and grapeseed.
Seasoning pans, I use bacon grease.
That's a low smoke point, but it is what it is.
Well, I use low heat, and over time, and I season the pan with it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. But it's still got a heat soluble level, and if you heat it up above that, if you want to go like 450, 500, for a hard saute, you need, a nice little polymer level that's not going to melt at that temperature. So I'm just saying, I'm just safe, a little bit scientific. Flaxseed oil, high smoke point, got the polymerized layer built up and built up and built up and built up. Also, I cook bacon, oil, eggs, everything you can put in there is perfect. It helps build up all those levels and adds flavor as well. I'm not saying that it's wrong to use bacon grease or anything like that. My base layers on a cast iron are all flax. After that, build it up with everything you can. Butter, clarified butter, bacon grease for sure. I store bacon grease.
Oh yeah, I have 2 quarts of clarified bacon grease. Yeah. If you want to know how to clarify bacon grease, follow me on Instagram and TikTok.
Boom, done. So
silver isn't toxic. No, it's not toxic, but it'll turn you blue. Look up the blue guy.
Yep, it can.
It'll turn you blue.
Yep. Flaxseed oil, like I said, it's just the highest smoke.
Then John, then you'll be people like, then he's black, then you lose, like your credit score goes down 200 points, and it's just shitty.
Oh my God. Here we go. Took this long. Almost into the damn show.
Yeah, pretty much into the show, and then we got into it.
We may need to roll into it, unless you roll into a show as well about cooking utensils and uses. There's a lot of shit that I use that people are like, well, what do you do with that? I mean, I don't have any exotic things like a freaking mandolin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People are like, oh, that's a little guitar. Yes, it is.
no,
it's also a thin slicer. Yeah, it's also a thin slicer. You know what I mean? Slicer, like, what can you do?
Or like today, I showed people when I was on my Instagram, I cut onions and I cut them in half. I didn't mess with the root. And I cut them in half, put them on a deal, and I sliced around the root laterally. And then I went and chopped them around and then chopped it sideways and threw the root away. And they were like,
V that thing out. And
they were like, what like, so people were like, I never seen that. I'm like, well, it's just a different way to chop onions without, I said, once you cut that root, it leaches out all the oils that make you cry. I did 2 whole onions and I didn't have any of the oils come out of the deal, come into my eyes to make me cry.
You didn't have good onions then.
What are you talking about? Have good onions?
You ain't got no good fresh onions then.
Okay.
What kind of onions? Some Utah onions? Some weak shit?
No, I have some onions made by my co-packer, grown here in South Dakota. Mark makes amazing non-GMO, amazing food.
Yeah, some onions grown in South Dakota. That's the whitest onions I've ever heard of.
Pretty much everything grown in South Dakota is the whitest shit you ever fucking heard of, bro. Come on, it's South Dakota.
I know.
My son was born in North Dakota. He's the whitest black person I know, and I hate that phrase.
I was about to say, damn, bro. Speaking of which, can you get Vidalias up there?
Yeah, we can get them. I love
Really?
Vidalias.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
seasonal, but
Well, Walmart. If I go to Walmart,
they're they all right, but
yeah, I don't
Dude.
usually, but anyway,
I love Vidalias.
yeah. So, final thoughts.
Sweet yellow onions. Yes, sir. Go ahead, Dave.
Like I say every time, reach out. If the person you reach out to doesn't answer, reach out to somebody else. They might be reaching out themselves. You never know what somebody's going through. You know, a lot of people I know, they say, I reached out and that person didn't. Well, they might have been reaching out. You don't know. So just keep reaching out, man. You know, life's a lot better with you people here. Thank you all for joining in and commenting, you know, and without you guys, we wouldn't have anything to do and our therapy would suck and you'd probably see us on the news.
We got you, Dave. We got you, brother. The American.
Like I said, bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks.
We got old school on it.
The stylings of
And now the stylings of Felix Irving Jr.
No, the third. I'm the third.
The third. My bad. The third.
Damn.
You got that corrected. I forgot.
No, guys, seriously, I am. I'm sorry, I just got a message about Yoda won't come in inside. But anyway, seriously, look into Sacred Mountain. Like, I am not fucking with you or fucking around. Absolutely. All jokes aside, even if you don't think, like, even when I went with the issue that I had, it brought to light other shit in my past that I had issues with, and I'm glad it did, you know, because like I said, it put to the forefront the demons that you have to deal with. Because a lot of people are like, I don't want to face my demons. Well, the thing is, if you don't face them, they still control you.
Yep. When
you get to look at them and you could see them, then you don't fall on the triggers of this stuff right here to let you go a little bit insane in the membrane. You can have a drink maybe and not lose control. You can do whatever you want to do, and you can see the fucking rail car coming down the road and step out of the way and be like, I'm not going to let that affect me. I'm not going to let that be the cause of me acting out, you know? And that's what it did for me. And I'll let you guys know, for a long ass time, I effectively ran my company and ran through my life, and no one knew shit. And I was off the rails. Crazy train. But, you know, military bearing, held it together, so to speak, but not really. Take a look, reach out. Like Dave said, if you need to, my website has my phone number on it. You can text me. Just put your name in the text, because I get a lot of texts for business, and I block them. So, you know, put your name in the text or something saying, hey, I'm off Veterans Anonymous. Give me know about it. I will call. I will talk to you. We will talk verbal. We can do FaceTime. I don't really care, because all I do is care about you guys being there tomorrow, because that's all that matters. I don't care how it happens.
Yep.
And this is a program literally that's not for profit, and you don't have to pay anything. All you got to do is clear a week in a schedule, 7 days. And you think about 7 days.
I'd clear 9 just for, you know, one of the beginning.
Yeah, no, well, the thing is,
the end,
the biggest thing is, I say clear 7 days, but I would, if you can, clear 3 or 4 days after, just so when you come home, you can soft enter back into your life. Because with mine, I came back home and I was like, since I run my own company, I had that ability to soft enter, and you start cutting out toxic people. You start seeing shit differently. You start slowly opening up. Like when I first came back, I didn't do anything with my business. I didn't get on social media. I didn't do orders. I just I did orders, but I didn't get on social media. I didn't really reach out to a bunch of folks. I started reaching out to certain people in my life that I saw that were actually positive. And all the negative folks, I just let them be.
I was definitely negative, so I didn't get a call for a month.
But, you know, and it's one of those things, because it was, to me, it was like one person a week. It wasn't everybody. It's stepped because you start feeling out your life again, and you take that time, and the people that care understand that, you know.
Yeah.
But no,
Absolutely.
seriously, guys. Like Dave said, reach out. But this is something that's out there that'll help you. I firmly believe that. Like I said, I feels like I'm in a cult, and it might not be the perfect fit for you, but I will tell you, it's a place to start finding the fit. So you got to start somewhere.
Obviously, if I was closer,
they'll fly you down here. What are you talking about?
What?
They'll fly you down here.
I know. I mean, me myself, I would feel guilty taking someone else's spot. You know what I mean?
So put it like this. Listen. There's a buddy of mine who has.
Listen to me first. Hold on.
Yeah.
I get it. And trust me, I've listened to all of your spiels, and I absolutely adore every single one of them because me and you talked in depth before you went. And you're like, I don't freaking need this, blah, blah, blah. This is going to be BS. This is going to be a bunch of Birkenstock wearing, kumbaya playing, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh, hey, bro, just see what's up about it. And you're like, nah, man. Not saying you were giving them a bad name, but you were just not, keen on it. But you're like, at the end, you're like, all right, I'm going to go. And you went and you have sung nothing but praises about it. You know what I mean? And that right there, coming from one of my true brothers, is all the testament that I would ever need. You know what I mean? Not saying, with me saying this, I'm not saying I'm stronger than any other veteran. I don't have a stronger mind or anything like that. I feel if I went to something like that right now, I would be taking somebody else's place at the moment. You know what I mean?
I totally understand that, and that's the thing that a lot of us, our hiccup, or I'm saying it, our excuse, because you go, no, just listen.
No, I can get that.
It's like an excuse because it's like, oh, I don't want to take someone else's spot. But just like in an airplane, when it's about to go down, you got to put your oxygen mask on first.
Yeah, you're right.
And then you put your kid's oxygen mask on. I'm going to take my oxygen from my kid. No, because if you don't put your oxygen mask on and you pass out, your kid dies and you die.
Dude, I freaking preached that to my wife so many times.
So you have to take care of yourself.
Yep,
first.
Absolutely.
And it's not you're taking a spot, but if there's so many people that are worrying about leaving a spot open, no one is going to apply, then Sacred Mountain's not going to get the coverage. And the money won't be there, then it's gonna die.
Subsidies and everything. Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah,
I definitely get it. Well, it's completely awesome. You had a great experience there. Obviously, we've been running the banner the whole night. You did a great spiel at the top of the hour. Completely and utterly love you guys to death. Love this program. I've had my doubts in the last couple of weeks about whether to continue this. Seriously. It just wasn't a forefront passion of mine, but the continued viewership, and it's not just the live viewership, the follow-on viewership and stuff like that for Scramjet, it's pretty damn good. Our outreach is okay, and that's fine. We're not trying to reach everybody in the world. We're trying to, just a small sphere of influence. We love the commenting. Please comment up. We'll address any subject matter, whatever you want. Again, this is Scramjet. We're more about entrepreneurship, hobbies, anything to give you a sense of mission and purpose outside of the military. That's our biggest thing, man. Like, hey, let's talk this crap. Let's talk. This is why we bring our own crap up. Drifting, 3D printing, barbecue sauce companies, anything you want, man. Anything you want. You know what I mean? Cooking. Holy crap, cooking. There's Javier right here. Puerto Rican pork shoulder.
Hey, I lived in Puerto Rico for 4 years of my life.
Dude, Javier.
I've been in the Goya factory.
Javier, I need to get you and Rob and a bunch of old school cats together, roll over on my porch. We'll freaking bury a pig in the ground if you want to. make some pork roll de pernil, like whatever. It's good, man. It's good. No big deal. This is Scram Jett again, Tuesday nights. We love you to death. Part of Veterans Anonymous Network. We've all given our little exit spiel, so to speak.
How close are you to Decatur?
Decatur? I'm at the bottom of the state. They're at the top of the state.
Oh, okay.
So 5 hours minimum.
Oh, somebody from Decatur, Alabama, just messaged me wanting me to know if they can have my sauce at their axe throwing place.
Let's have a bar where you
it's
have beer and throw a freaking weapon.
Well, no, they have
actually very popular everywhere.
No, they have it up here too. But
I know it is.
But you have a limit. Like you can throw. There's rules.
Yeah,
you can have a beer
some chaperones
and throw,
too.
But after you like that, if you finish throwing, then you can drink all you want, but you can't go back throwing because even the one here, there's always a person in the area with you
in the lane. There's a chaperone. Yeah.
Okay, guys, we all used to prep before we'd go to the bars on payday in the military.
We know, and trust me, I've seen. I thought the same exact thing. I'm like, yeah, you're gonna get these dudes that act real sober, and then they're gonna be toe up. But I've been to quite a few of these places, not because I've been drugged there, and I've thrown a couple of axes and stuff. I'm like, okay, cool, but there's guys, they've trained pretty well to recognize some intoxicated tendencies and unsafe behaviors. That's the biggest thing they're working at. Whether you're intoxicated or not, unsafe behaviors, and they will kick you out at a moment's notice.
Breaking news, the end of the world is close. If you don't believe me, Arby's is coming out with vodka flavors. We are
curly fries and tray fries, baby. I saw that.
Fucking serious?
In the end
dude, dude, it's funny because your webcam perfectly focused on that picture from your phone.
It did.
It was beautiful.
It was like the best shot ever.
We're truly in the end of times now. Arby's has a French fried flavor vodka. Not one, but two. Crinkle fries and curlies. I'm done. I don't want an adult anymore.
I'm done. I'm going to buy one of those bottles, bro. I need to do that shit.
But not on Sunday.
Not in Alabama. You're right. Not in Alabama.
Arby's vodka. I'm looking it up right. Oh my fucking god!
All right,
all right, guys.
It's 10:15. We love you guys very much. Thanks for sticking around with us. This is Scram Jett. Please, next Tuesday night, join us 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're idiots. You love us. We will continue being idiots as the day is long. I mean, I'm sure, right?
Yep.
Roger that. Love you guys.